Welcome back to the Simpson Road Business Channel, and today we're here to talk about corruption. This is the Gatekeepers Edition Part 1. We're not attorneys, nor do we offer legal advice. This is of public importance because I wanted to share with you all what happened in Cherokee County, Georgia. The judge and the prosecutor was working together, all right? They never gave me my discovery upon request. The jurisdictional challenges, they ignored everything, all my affidavits, they ignored everything, okay? And so at the hearing, we had a hearing, before a trial. At the hearing, they said, well, what do you want to do? I said, well, I want a bench trial because I put a lot of constitutional arguments in there. And the judge was like, no, you can't get a bench trial. Only the prosecutor wants a trial by jury. I said, the prosecutor asked on behalf of the plaintiff. And she said, yes. I said, so they can't get a trial by jury. Only the defendant can demand a trial by jury. No, you can't do that. And I'm like, ma'am, do you know the law? And she said, well, we're going to postpone this hearing. They didn't give me a bench trial. They didn't do nothing. They did put a warrant out for my arrest because they said that I didn't appear in Georgia when I'm telling these people that I do not reside in Georgia anymore. All right. They failed to give me the reasonable accommodations that I requested. And so they put a warrant out for my arrest. The bondsman called me and he said, hey, you got a warrant out for your arrest. You need to turn yourself in. I said, hold on, let me go and check the record. I goes and checked the record, pulled it up on Georgia e-file. They cleared the whole record. I'm showing it in this video because they just cleared the whole record like nothing ever existed. And so I kept good records. I submitted everything to the courts, to the bondsman, and I found like 10 other emails to send it to because I knew that the judge and the clerk and the prosecutor was working against me. They're trying to create a forfeiture against my estate. 2 or 3 days later, they recalled the warrant for my arrest. All right, so we don't see any warrants that was cleared. They thought that I didn't keep good records. It stripped everything. Nothing appears on the record. And I thought that was unfair and deceptive. And that's fraud on the court. That's why it's always good to know the law. Know what they can and can't do. Know your rights and assert your rights. And keep good records. If you don't do nothing else, keep good records. So this does not happen to you. I appreciate you guys for watching. We love you. Take care.